praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. Through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Back up with another lesson through the Spirit. Just want to come at y'all with something, man. It's been a long day. Nonetheless, the work does not stop. I want to come at y'all with article that I came across. I also noticed that another brother had did a lesson on this earlier today, but I didn't get a chance to watch the video. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article real quick. Pull out some precepts and Lord willing the lesson be edifying to those out there listening and watching. So it says, father of four bringing home food for movie night is gunned down at his doorstep in front of fiancé and their two kids. It says news footage of the scene on October 10th. So this is a week and a half ago, where William Tatum was deleted in his Columbus, Georgia home. The fiance of a Georgia man who was fatally shot by two masked suspects told local media that the horrific crime robbed her of her best friend. William Bam Tatum, 40, was coming home from getting takeout for his family on October 10th when he was accosted by two unidentified men. Tatum's fiance, who did not want to be identified, told local ABC affiliate WTVM that she heard one of the men from outside her front door tell her, "If you don't open the door, we will kill him." After the terrifying ordeal was over, the two men deleted Tatum anyway and took nothing. So this wasn't just random. Either that woman set him up. Yeah. Either that woman set him up or this nigga had beef with somebody. Let's continue reading. Tatum's fiance told WTVM that the fatal shooting took place in front of her and the two children who she shared with Tatum. She said that she purposely looked away from what was happening so she could not identify the suspects, thinking that would protect her and her children from being harmed. Okay. I mean, I understand what she's saying, but that sounds suspicious. Continuing on. According to WTVM, Tatum was a self-employed father of 4 children, and the 2 children he had with his fiancée were his youngest. On the night of October 10th, Tatum was coming home from work for a movie night with his family when he was reportedly walked up to his own front door at gunpoint. From behind the door, Tatum's fiancée said that she heard Tatum trying to protect her and the children, even telling the suspects to kill him. Wait, what? Tatum's fiancée said that she heard Tatum trying to protect her and the children, even telling the suspects to kill him and telling her not to open the door despite the threats. Okay, I understand now. Ultimately, she decided to open the door. Explaining to WTVM, if they would have killed him outside, I wouldn't have opened the door. That would have haunted me forever because I'm like, I should have opened the door. And he told me no. I heard him say, kill me. He was trying to protect us. She told WTVM that from behind the door, she told Tatum that she was there for him and thought he's probably so mad at me for agreeing to open the door. The two men left with nothing, Tatum's fiance said, adding, "You just took an innocent life for no reason away in front of his kids and took my best friend away." The Columbus Police Department is investigating the fatal shooting and asking the public for information that may lead to an arrest. Let's go ahead and get this since he just said that. The book of Job, chapter 4, verse 6. Let me get this. Verse 7. It says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same." That's why we always say, man, and I even mentioned this in my lesson, not last night, but I want to say the night before that, whenever that was, I was speaking on that dude who deleted his mother. You don't know what those people did in their past lives. You don't know what type of life they led. So the fact that you call them innocent or say that they didn't do anything to anybody, you know what I'm saying? The number one question is were they doing the will of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua? Right? And if you can't answer that, then that's a problem in itself. Oh, they were doing good. They were giving to the homeless. You know what I'm saying? They were volunteering. They went to church every day. They did all this other stuff. That stuff is vanity in the Lord's eyes, man. What are you doing to please him, right? Because at the end of the day, we're his servants. You're doing things that are counted as good or fulfilling in the world's eyes, in the eyes of men, not the eyes of the Lord. But yeah, man, if you put that type of energy out, the same thing's going to come back. And what does it say, man? By the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. Let me get this. This is more so concerning the Edomites, but you live by the gun, you die by the gun. That's it saying, man. Revelation 13:10, it reads, it says, it's like, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." Like I say, man, there's no telling what that guy could have did or what he did in his past life. He could have slew somebody in his past life, and that was just his judgment. Him getting slew in front of his family, in front of his woman, right? Only the Lord knows. But hey, that nigga's in a better case now. Shit, he's a Jake. He was a Jake, so, and that nigga's in the spiritual realm now. Shit, that's all that is to that, for real, for real. He escaped the troubles that's about to come upon the earth very soon. The book of Zephaniah 3 and verse 4, it reads, it says, "Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He feeleth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame." Right? You judge the wicked, the unjust, and they still don't understand. They still don't show shame. They still don't show a sense of humbleness, right? They continue on until hey, like the Lord says, man, death by pain. It says, I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste that none passeth by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. I said, surely thou wilt fear me, thou wilt receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off. Howsoever I punished them, but they rose early and corrupted all their doings. Right? They just woke up and did the same shit over and over again. Spread forth iniquity again and again. That's our people, man. That's all Jake knows. Right? But you're going to have more and more accounts of things like this coming to pass. The man of the family being slain by these niggas out here. And from that, you know what I'm saying, women gonna be taken, you know what I'm saying, or they gonna get slain, or they gonna get taken for their possessions and their belongings. Real talk. Those are the times that we're in. It's gonna become more and more common once the police, once law enforcement, once that stuff starts to cease. And it's every man for themselves, you know what I'm saying? We're living as pilgrims on the earth when that SHTF scenario hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to pass, because it will come to pass, man. You better believe that. I'm going to end it off with this, man. Proverbs 28 and verse 5, it says, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord Yahweh understand all things. The unjust don't understand. They will continue to bump their heads and not realize why. Right? But the Lord brought forth judgment like he always does, man. That's just how it played out. So I'm going to close it off there. Lord willing, I'll be able to come with something a little bit better tomorrow. Do a better lesson. But with that being said, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel, Shalom. And as always, we're one day closer to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom. And as always, man, endure to the end. Shalom.